Yo, what is up, everybody? Let's go back again. Another chapter from our new story. Remember these links in the description below. Show love to the author. Like, comment, and subscribe. They ate quickly and talked little. Jenny knew her parents were still mad at each other, but she couldn't do much. She could only hope that they will sort it out. Carl was still sleeping, and Emily didn't bother him. He would eat after getting up. After lunch, Steve and Emily put their differences aside and headed toward the attic door. It was upstairs, close to the staircase. Steve brought up a shaky old ladder, prayed to God it will not crumble under him. Emily hoped the same and watched with a shivering spine as her husband tried to open the attic door. She imagined countless spiders falling on him from above, then beginning to attack him while he was squirming on the floor. She hated these thoughts, but they were automatic, just like when standing on the edge of a cliff and imagining for a second the fatal jump, or imagining pushing someone over the cliff, if there's anybody else there. The call of the void. She mused for a fraction of a second, but then woke from her daydreaming when Steve forced open the door. He pushed it slowly, squinting his eyes in case anything nasty fell on them from the attic. But nothing serious did, only dust. They both saw cobwebs and a thick dust tangled in them. No spider swarm, however, only a few small ones here and there. Alright, looks like it's clear. He then used his flashlight to take a quick look around, but saw nothing like he saw at the bottom of the well. What else do you see? Well, a lot of useless shit. More precisely. Alright, more precisely, lots of crates, boxes, rat droppings, old furniture, and a lot of dust. This is work for an army. Can I go up? Yeah, let me just go up first. After Steve climbed up into the attic, Emily followed. The ladder barely felt her small frame. It was like the wind had nuzzled it for a few seconds. It sure is a lot to do here. Yeah, but we have to be careful. No children up here. Alright. I agree with you on that one. Emily thought she would let Steve's well-side outburst slip if he remained disagreeable. They'd really had a rough time in their life, and arguing endlessly won't fix their relationship. Soon, they began to work on the attic. Carl was still sleeping, while Jenny stood below the attic door just in case something had to be brought down or something brought up, like tools or a glass of water. When they called it a day, Emily and Steve were exhausted. They inspired more dust than ever. Steve's lungs were stressed to the maximum in the thick dust which was floating around. With every move they made, the dirt stirred. Steve had quite a few coughing fits during his stay in the attic. Hey, do you still have some of that wine? Yes, of course, why? Gotta wash that dust down with something. Don't you want some too? Yeah, why not? Alright, I'll be right back with the bottle. Alright, thanks. Emily turned to go for the bottle. She smiled because it looked like things were falling back into their place once again. The wine felt incredible. Steve's throat burned as the liquid went straight down. He took quite a few gulps, soon felt a little dizzy. Emily was more ladylike. She poured herself half a glass, then savored it while preparing dinner. Jenny was helping her out too. Carl soon emerged from the bedroom, his eyes red. When his mother saw him, she knew right away that the boy had been crying for some time. Emily looked at Steve, who understood right away what's the deal. He put down the pack of cigarettes from his hand. This can wait, he thought, then went to Carl. The boy's sad eyes stared at him questioningly. They were not asking why Steve came to him at that moment, but why he had to scream at him when he had almost fallen to his death inside the well. Even his immature mind realized that the grown-up's reaction was out of place, given the circumstances. Steve knelt before his son. Carl could smell the alcohol and stale cigarettes on his breath. But at his age, he was not yet repulsed by it. How you doing, buddy? I'm okay. Good, that's good. Look, I'm sorry for the way I shouted at you. I got angry because you almost fell into the well. I overreacted and I'm sorry for that. I was not helping, I know. Carl nodded, then looked at his mother. Will you forgive your daddy, Carl? Yes, I forgive you, Dad. I'm sorry, Tuet. I shouldn't have gone to the well. It's okay. The important thing is that you're alright. But you have to learn from this, alright? Yes, but I saw something. I know. I've taken care of the well. I saw some spiders there and smoked them out. They will not be bothering us anymore. We still have to take care of the basement though, but I already have an idea for that. Are there spiders in the basement? I think there are, but only a few. But if you want, we can make sure there will be no more spiders coming out of there, alright? Alright. Can I help you? Of course you can, just let your mother finish cooking. Steve, what are you up to? You'll see. Just finish what you're doing. Could you serve it in the living room, please? Yeah, sure, it's almost ready. Just give me a few more minutes. Steve took Carl out on the porch while the girls were serving spaghetti and meatballs in the living room. The aroma of oregano and basil combined with the smell of the cooked meat and tomato sauce were heavenly. They were all starving. Even Carl felt his hunger rising. Steve searched for his bag of tricks, which he brought back from the store. Fetched 2 cans of insecticide, gave one to Carl, and headed back with the bag in his hand. So, do you know how to use it? Yes, I know. Not that little anymore. Good. We are becoming a big boy, right? Yes, I'm a big boy. He was happy now that his father wasn't angry anymore. So they both went to the basement door. Steve took a broom and began brushing away cobwebs from the rotten door that covered it. How old is it, Daddy? I'm sorry? The house. How old is it? Steve stopped for a moment and scratched his stubby cheeks while trying to come up with an answer. Now, I think your mother knows more about the house than I do, but if I remember correctly, this part of the house is about 150 years old? Wow. Quite old, right? Yes, how did it not crumble? Because whenever people saw that it tried to crumble, they repaired it. Back in the old days, people repaired everything. They were skilled and capable. Just like you, right, Dad? I'm not that skilled. I can certainly repair things, but not like that. Those people were working hard all day long. They worked for themselves. I'm sitting at a desk all day making somebody else rich. The words came out automatically. He didn't think much when he uttered them, but after saying them, he realized how true they were. You work for somebody else's dreams. You don't have dreams of your own. This second thought came right after the first, but Carl's question didn't woke him up. The boy had to repeat it in order to register. How is that? You will understand one day, but you will have to grow for that. Alright, let's see what we have here. Steve knelt above the basement door, searched for an opening in the rotten wood, then sprayed insecticide. He then invited his son to do the same. While Carl tried his best to do exactly as his father, Steve quickly opened all the windows wide. They emptied 2 canisters of insecticide into the basement. After that, they went into the living room and closed the kitchen door. Emily and Jenny were already waiting for them at the table. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of our chapter.